Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is 5 rounds for time and it is called the Pyrenees Pyramid. It is 5 burpees, 10 deadlifts, 15 V-ups, 20 kettlebells, 25 ab twists, and 30 ball toe taps. So we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications and then you can get started. Okay, so the first movement is going to be our burpees, everybody's favorite. So we're going to start by reaching down and kicking out with our feet until we're flat and come down, touch the ground with our chest, come back up and finish with a nice jump up top. So fast, it's going to look like and when we come up to our feet, when we're coming back up, we want to really jump as far as we can forward to our feet so that we can just stand straight up at the top there. So modifications would be a half burpee. So we're just going to kick out till we're flat and straight and then go ahead and stand back up. Or we can walk out and either have a push-up or not and walk back standing up. You can also grab a bench if you have a bench. And you can do the burpee on a bench where you can jump out, push up, and then stand up at the top. Make sure that you're reaching all the way up so that you stand all the way up at the top. Or you can do no push-up, but just make sure you're not just kicking out. You stand up all the way. The next movement is going to be our deadlifts. So if we're going to use a barbell, we want to make sure we're using really good form. We are going to make sure that our core is tight and our back is straight at all times. We're never bending over and lifting it this way. We're keeping the bar close to us so that we can balance the weight with our whole body rather than if it's out here and it's not touching us, then we're putting pressure on these shoulders, pulling it down, and then we're putting that pressure in that lower back. And that's where a lot of people get injured doing a deadlift. So to avoid that, we're going to keep our core tight, chest up, and the bar close to our body. So we're going to be about hip width apart, maybe slightly wider for some people. We're going to come down and we're going to do a mixed grip. So one hand facing forward, one hand facing out. This keeps the bar nice and steady in our hands. And we're going to bend our knees until we get to about our butt is always over our knee. We're never below our knees. So we're going to come back with our hips. We're bending at the hips, keeping our chest forward. And if we pull back our knees, so instead of coming this way, if we pull back our knees and create this straight chin, this gives us a straight path upward to stand up. I understand some mobility isn't as good as others. So if you are bending this way and your knees are coming forward, just make sure as you stand up, you're pulling your knees back and out of the way so that you can keep that barbell up. And we always want to lead with our chest forward, and then we lock out at the front and never lean back. So just stand straight. It should be our hips are locked in place, our knees are in place, and then we come back down. So with the barbell, again, we're pulling that barbell into our shins, grabbing the bar evenly. We're going to lift our chest up and we're going to lead with our chest, pulling our shoulders tight and our back nice and straight and coming back down. And the barbell remains in contact the whole time. So again, Now, if we don't have a barbell, we can use a few things in replacement of that. We can grab our kettlebells, and we're going to have that same good form with the kettlebell coming down and standing up at the top. So we're going to touch the ground. And again, we're bringing, we're keeping that kettlebell right between our legs. So it's not out here. I'm not pulling it up. Keeping my arms straight and never that pull at the top. Sometimes people feel that way with a lighter weight. They feel like they have to pull it. No, this is a leg movement. Or we can use the dumbbell. And again, same thing. Keep that weight right between your legs. Or we can even use a band. Stronger resistance, the better for this one. You should be able to lift a lot. So you're just grabbing it in the middle here and standing up. Come back down. So you're going to come down below your knees with your hands and then stand straight up. Okay. Whew. Next one is our V-up. So for our V-up, we want to try to come up at the same time as much as possible. We're using our abs to move. So we're going to reach for those toes. Modifications to the knees. Leg raises. My shoulders are up. Raising my feet, not touching the ground. Or we can do alternating V-ups. Or alternating knees. If you cannot get on the ground, you can use a bench, and you can either grab the bench, lean back, and you can do leg lifts. You can bring your legs in, or you can do one at a time. Okay, moving right along. The next movement is our kettlebell swing. So, important part with the kettlebell swing is that we are bending at the hips. So we're not coming down with our feet. We're not coming down our knees. We're not coming into a squat. We are bringing our hips back towards the wall, almost as though we're like bowing to the queen or something. So we're bending here. And as I bend, you see my knees automatically come in this slight bend as well. So we're not straight legged. We're bending slightly at the knees and bending at the hips so that we can create this hip movement forward, which is going to allow the weight to swing upward. So if you feel this movement in this lower back area or in your shoulders, it means you're not getting that hip drive that you need to swing the weight upwards. So, and as we come back with the weight, our hands are coming back, and the outside of my wrist is going to touch the inside of my thigh. If it touches above your wrist, you're either coming down too far or you're coming into the squat position and coming up. So again, it should be about the hip drive. So the more we drive forward, the easier it will be. So we want to come to about eye height with the kettlebell, squeezing your butt at the top of the swing. Again, I'll show you this way. So I'm not pulling this at all. I am using my hip drive to bring it upward. So if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, same movement. Just going to grab the kettlebell at the dumbbell at the top and swing back and forth. And you can even use a band. However, just know that the band is going to be a little bit more arm pull than hip drive, just because you don't have the weight coming back and forth. So you're going to step in that band, pull it behind your legs. You're going to do the swing motion and really drive those hips forward. Even though you're not swinging the weight, we want to make sure we're really squeezing that butt at the top and getting the movement correctly. Next movement is our ab twist. So we are going to create a V with our body. So we're going to be leaning back. This allows our abs to be engaged. So we have to use our abs to hold ourselves in this position. My butt is the only thing on the ground, and I'm going to move from side to side, using my abs, squeezing them the whole time. If you feel completely unstable, like you cannot hold that position, it does mean we need to work on your abs, on your core, which is a very key, important part of your body because it supports literally everything you do. So you can put one heel on the ground. And again, we just want to make sure we're not sitting upright. We want that lean, come back, and you can even use two feet if you're really, really unstable. And if you're really up for the challenge, you can use a weight, keeping that weight close to your body, not out here, in here, squeezing those abs the whole time. Again, if you can't get on the ground, that is okay. We can go ahead, get back on that bench. We're going to come back and lift our legs up and tap each side. And if need be, one leg down as we lean back to get that real good squeeze and core movement. The next and last movement is our ball toe taps. So for this, you need some sort of ball, whether it's a heavyweight slam ball or lightweight wall ball, med ball, or you can even use just a regular soccer ball or whatever you have available. So we're going to tap our toes on top of the ball, but we're going to make sure that we have a continual movement. So we want to be jumping to our feet, continuing that movement, trying not to stop for all 30 reps. If you don't have something, you can also do high knees. So we're gonna do 30 of these, keeping that continual movement. If you have a hard time with the movement, just try to move your feet and arms in place to just keep your body moving and your heart rate up. So that is all the movements for the workout. You're going to do that. You're going to do 5 rounds of that. Make sure you mark down time, weights, movements, revisit, check out your progress. Let me know if you've progressed. If you're missing something, we can work towards some goals together. Visit us at www.macromachinecoaching.com. This is where you'll find all of our programs to help support your fitness and health and get you on the right track. Book a consultation today, and I will see you next time.